Good morning, everybody. Shannon and Karen with Wandering Out Yonder. We are at Rocky Gap State Park in Western Maryland. Shannon and I wanted to get out and just do a little day trip. Well, actually, we're here for a couple days. We took Fran with us. We're camping, and it's cold. It's about 32 degrees right now.
It's December.
Yeah.
Christmas is 9 days away.
Yeah. But we just really felt the need to get out in the woods. So we decided to make a trip here, something different, something we've not seen. And I don't know if you guys are aware of how pretty Western Maryland is in the mountains. It is a really pretty area. We're on the Lakeside Trail. Just going to share the day with you. This is kind of in a little valley. Like there's, I don't know if you call it a mountain, but to the right. And then over to the left as well. You're kind of in a valley in between these areas. And I don't know if this lake is man-made or not. It might be. This is kind of a resort area. There's a casino here, which we think is pretty weird. But the state park campground area is far away from that. And actually there's nobody camping. I think we saw 3 other campers. It's around 300 sites, so it's a pretty big area. But yeah. All right. So this section is a boat launching area. You can see there's a ramp right there. Lots of parking. I imagine in the warmer months, this park is just packed. It's a huge park. Big lake. Lots of, I think there's more than one beach here, so it's pretty big. And there are about 15 miles of trails, I think. Some a bit more challenging than others. But this particular trail will take us all the way around the park, so we'll kind of get an idea of the whole park by doing the trail. It's about 6.5 miles. So, here we go. All right, now there are a lot of wetlands around this park. Of course, it surrounds a lake. There's actually turtle crossings. So we're kind of behind the lake right now in a wetlands type area. See through here. Everything's frozen over. It's so cold. I think it got down in the 20s last night. And then there's the lake over there. All right, so just a little history here. It says the spring-fed waters of Rocky Gap Run flow into Lake Habib, which is the lake in front of you here, and continue an aquatic journey towards the Chesapeake Bay. Leaving the lake, the water flows into Evetts Creek and eventually empties into the Potomac River, which that flows about 300 miles, and it ends up at the Chesapeake Bay. So these are some of the typical wildlife that you might see here. It's a pretty big lake. All right, and this trail kind of weaves you in and out of different public areas, public use areas, a lot of picnic grounds, and the other thing I meant to mention is there's a huge golf course here as well. So it's kind of a all-in-one sort of inclusive resort type thing, I guess. But like I said, the state park is over that way where we're camping. It's not a part of the resort, and I'm sure a lot of people camp there. All right, but you can see there's some picnic areas.
Several more bridges up there.
Yeah, much more bridges. It's a well-kept park. It's a pretty park. All right, so I just used my Merlin app. There was a lot of bird calls going on. I think there was about 6 or 7 different birds that we were hearing, and some really pretty calls. So we used the Merlin app. I think Shannon videotaped it, so she'll share with you what we were hearing. And this is a pretty thick, it's like thick bush area. These birds are in right now. So maybe that's why we're hearing so many of them. Maybe they're nesting here in here. Anyway, pretty neat.
All right, so that's Karen's app.
This is an app from Cornell University, and I believe they use it for tracking migration and that sort of thing.
Right, it's a free app.
So
Right.
you can download it, and it's pretty cool. You do have to kind of stand still if you're in an area where you're hearing a lot of bird calls to capture them all, but still pretty cool. All right, so another beach area. Again, like I said, I think there's quite a few beach areas here. So I'm guessing this is a very busy area during the summer. Lots of geese out. All right, continuing down the trail. All right, one of the things that this trail advertises are lots of little bridges, which we're getting ready to cross over. I'm guessing the lake waters are way down. For one thing, we're in a bit of a drought, and I'm guessing that maybe they empty it. I'm not sure. There is a dam, so we're going to check that out too. But pretty cool. Here we go. Nice little bridges. All the cattails out there. So we've looped all the way around to the other side, and there is, looks like maybe a kayak launch area here. Fishing pier, not sure. Anyhow, lots of parking areas and places to get off at different parts of the lake. This is just one of them. We made it up to the dam. You can see we're going to be walking across the dam. That's part of the trail. And then there's a trail, I think, up here off the left. The American Indian Rock Shelter Trail. All right.
That's all about.
All right. One of them. So we made it up to the dam. You can see we're going to be walking across the dam. That's part of the trail. And then there's a trail, I think, up here off the left. The American Indian Rock Shelter Trail. All right.
That's all about.
All right. All right, so we're crossing over the dam. And then this is the other side of the dam over here. And you can see way down here where the water's coming through. This area used to be inhabited by Native Americans, and there are cliff dwellings or rock dwellings. There's a trail here that you can take. We didn't know this trail existed. That were once the rock or cliff dwellings of some of the Indians that were once here. So pretty cool. All right, so we're going to make it around over here to the bridge, but there's a marquee here that talks about the type of, or what you're seeing geologically, which is Tuscarora sandstone, other softer types, limestone and shell. They've eroded, and that's what created the gorge here below. This is a pretty deep gorge down here. and all of the different types of fossils that have been discovered here. I'm sure all kinds of things. It's a pretty area though, real pretty. And again, this is kind of the spillway area for the dam. So, comes out through here under the bridge, and you can see down here, it drops off and goes down to the other side. Yeah. All right, so again, we are at Rocky Gap State Park here in Maryland, Western Maryland. And I would say if you're going to do this trail, skip the one side.
Yeah.
Do the side that's across from the casino area. Part of the trail on the other side, you end up in front of that casino, and it's like, I don't know.
Kind of undoes what you go in the woods to do.
Exactly. Not much to see, except a golf course, a casino, and that's not interesting to me. But anyway, but the other side is pretty. It's all wooded. You do get to see the dam and some of the rock formations, that kind of thing. Reached another little bridge. That's a creek here. The forest is really pretty over here. Alright, so someone has decorated the trail for Christmas. This is hanging in the tree, and there's a Santa up ahead. So, Merry Christmas. Even though that's considered trash. It's not part of the Leave No Trace, but thoughtful at Christmas time. And there's Santa. Hi, Santa. Another bridge crossing. We read where there's 4 or 5 of these, and there are. So a nice long bridge. Again, the area is pretty much dried up right now. I'm sure when it's full, though, this is a nice thing to have. Cross over in this area. And then the trail continues on. All right.
All right, so we are finishing up the Lakeside Loop Trail. We went a little off trail because we went by the camp store, which is still open. We were just told this is a year-round campground, which is a very nice option. And if you pop off of the trail up around the camp store, look what you can get.
Blue bunny.
We're ending our hike with some ice cream. So thanks everybody for joining us today.
We'll see you guys later. Bye.